Good morning, eighth students. How are you today? Today we are going to talk about describing photos. So please open your student books, page 11. In this box, as you can see here, useful expressions describing photos. When we need to describe a photo, we have to do lots of things. First, we have to do an introduction. For example, I can see a family, or the photo shows, etc. So we have to talk about the introduction. Number two, we have to talk about the place. They are sitting in a cafe, for example. So we have mentioned the place. Also, the positions. We have described the positions. For example, on the right or on the left, or we can say the school is between the field and the fire station. This is the position. Also, we have to describe people's age. For example, they are about 20, they are about 50, and etc. Also, people's clothes. We have to describe the clothes. They are wearing a t-shirt. Also, we have to use one or two adjectives to describe the clothes. For example, the color. They wear a red t-shirt, or they wear blue jeans. And also we have described people's action. For example, they are reading the newspaper. Another example, they are reading the book. They are cooking the dinner. So we have to describe the action. And at the end, you can give your opinion. For example, in my opinion, the photo is very funny. The photo is very sad, very interesting, and etc. So again, when we need to describe a photo, we have to give an introduction, talk about the place, describe positions, describe people's age, describe people's clothes, and don't forget to give or to use one or two adjectives to describe the clothes. Also, we have to describe people's action. And at the end, you can give your opinion. So, as you see here in the book, we have useful expressions describing photos. Lying on the floor. This is describe position. Also, I can see a in the foreground, background. So this is introduction. There is a white. Here we give details. Also, there are four. For example, there are 4 tables, etc. She's got long hair, for example. He's behind and front of, next to, on the right. So this is the position. She's tall, slim, good looking. He's got long or dark hair. They look relaxed, happy, easygoing. So this is your opinion in this photo. As you see here, we have 2 pictures. Picture number 1 and picture number 2. We can describe the picture number 1 and also picture number 2. So let's read the exercises and to describe the photos. Okay. Exercise A. Work with a parenter and answer these questions. Do you come from a big or a small family? For example, I can say I come from a big family. Number 2. What do you enjoy doing with your family in your free time? Here you can say I love playing cards with my family or do puzzles and do a puzzle together, etc. Here exercise B and C. Look at the photos in the exam task. This is exam task and this is the photos, sorry. Then write number 1, which means photo number 1, number 2, photo number 2, or B, both photos, next to the word below. A, pets. So we have to know where is the pets in picture number 1 or number 2. Here we have dogs. So pets for number 2. We have to write here number 2. I will show you. So we have to write here number 2 in the small box. Board game. What do I mean by board game, by the way? A game that involves the movement of countries or other objects around a board. So, board game. Where we can find board game in photo number 1 or number 2. This is a board game. So, number 1. Here we have to write number 1. Parents. In photo number 1, here we can find a mother, father, also in number 2. So we have to write B, which means both. Children, also we can see in photo number 1 and photo number 2. So also we have to write B. Friendly, also both, they are friendly. Jeans, it's clear that in photos number 2, here we can find jeans. Okay, so we have here to write number 2. Garden, of course, in number 2. Outdoor, also number 2. The opposite of outdoor is indoor. So we can see here, it's clear that is photo number 2 is in the garden. Indoor, photo number 1. Relaxed, B. So here we used describing photos in photo number 1 and photo number 2. Okay, now let's move to exercise C. Complete the sentences about the 2 photos in the exam task. Use the words in the box. This is the box, the yellow box. Right, background, next to, behind, left, foreground, on. Here, what do we mean by background and foreground? Background, the part of a picture that forms a setting for the main objects. And foreground, view that nearest to the observer. Okay, here we have sentence number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I will do for you a sentence number 1 as an example. and sentences 2 to 7. This is your homework. So in the, I can see some trees. Where can I see some trees? In picture number 2, of course. So in the background, I can see some trees. So here we have to write background. This background. Okay, number 2, the father and son are sitting where? On the sofa. So please, if students, I left this exercise as a homework. Please send back your answers to me. Thank you very much.